2 rounds then have been completed here at Snetterton for the QuitFit British Touring Car Championship. It's time for round 9 of the series. The last 4 races have been won by guess who? Ash Sutton. He won the last 2 races at Brands Hatch Indy. He's won the first 2 races here today. And he starts 6th on the grid. Anything is possible here at Snetterton. He is on the hard tyres though. It's going to be slightly harder for him to do it, but a domination so far across the 2 races. It hasn't been the greatest though here at Snetterton. We've had tyre compounds come in to change the regulations. 8 laps of hybrid instead of the full 12 due to the length of the circuit. The batteries not being capable enough to run the distance for all of it as well. It's led to some interesting overtakes being attempted as well with slower cars. If it wasn't for Aaron Taylor-Smith, race 2 wouldn't have been entertaining at all. What are we going to see in race 3? We're about to find out as we'll hand down over to the grid with Steve Ryder and then Louise Goodman. Steve?
2 wins out of 2, and it was Ash Sutton's ambition when he made the reverse grid draw to draw as low a number as he possibly could, and he certainly did that. Drew out number 6, put Stephen Jelly on pole position, and himself on row 3 on the hard tyres. So we got a front row of Stephen Jelly and Adam Morgan, Dan Rowbottom and Colin Turkington on row 2, then Jake Hill alongside Ash Sutton on row 3. And we've hot-footed it back to the studio in order to get the opinion of Paul O'Neill. And it's a bit of a challenge for you, Paul, because Tim, about half an hour ago out there, was absolutely adamant that Ash Sutton had no chance of making it 3 wins out of 3. You've got to put the case for the opposition.
I would say he's got as good a chance as anybody to win this race. There's only Butcher, I think, with the soft on, and Ingram, who's not very well with a medium tyre. So they've got quicker tyres than him, but his car's been rapid. BMWs will be difficult to pass. You never know what's going to happen at one of the hairpins. Honestly, if he gets on the podium, I think he'd be made up. If he wins this race, we may as well all go home. I think the championship's done. Honestly, I think everyone will be like, you're joking me, aren't you? So he was 2 seconds quicker with that soft tyre on the car in the last race. That is massive. I mean, it's huge. But the only thing I could say is, with Butcher, he will probably look at the soft running of Ricky Collard and how fast he was in that second race. So, yeah, lots to play for. Really looking forward to this. Ash Sutton could win. Why not?
So Butcher, we've got Rowbottom on medium as well. A little further back, we've got Ash's teammate Dan Camish on soft tyres. I think he's back on row 6.
Yeah.
What do you feel he could do?
Top 6, definitely. I don't see why not. I think he'd be knocking on the door of looking at a podium himself. The hard runners, it might be difficult for them, but with rear-wheel drive BMW, I think they'll be okay with the hard-on. But let's just see. It's a difficult one. I just think that something could happen and Ash could win this. It really could.
Yeah.
You want him to, don't you?
And then we'll bring on Tim Harvey at the end of the programme and we'll have some fun then. But, I mean, one thing that should be said, I mean, it's one of these races where we get all 3 option tyres in use. I think Croft is the next. It's really worked. It's really thrown an extra ingredient into the mix.
Yeah, and it needed it. I think it needed it. You know, the hybrid's great. It's evolving, and it is making a difference. You speak to the drivers at the top. And they know it's making a difference. I think it's just a bit of a shock for fans that they don't see, you know, people further back having a real go, and it's difficult for me as well. But at the same time, it's become so competitive, and there's so many people throwing so much money at setups of cars and things. That's what's making the difference. Napa, you know, people like Ash Sutton, they've been on the sim flat out all the way through the winter. They're now doing little things that are causing big ruptions for their team, so they're doing everything they can. They're extracting it. I remember when I was driving and when Tim would have been driving, we just used to pitch up. We didn't even do a track walk. You know, they're walking the track at 8 o'clock at night now. I'm glad I don't have to do it anymore. It was so boring having to do that.
It's called professional.
Oh, is that what it is?
That's what it is. But it's also, you know, the search for that magic ingredient, and it looks as if Ash Sutton and Napa Racing have found it at the moment. What's going to happen in the next half hour? Well, let's get further insights. Let's go down onto the grid and join Louise.
Thank you, Stephen. Down on the front row of the grid, it's an all BMW front row. Stephen Jelly on pole position. I've just got to take a look at this lovely little good luck picture. Who's that from? One of your kids?
No, it was from a fan, a little girl called Emily this morning. gave it to me, and I said, "Oh, we'll stick it in. We'll stick it in. It's I need all the good positive energy I can get." So yeah, there it is, and thank you to her.
Well, it's certainly been good luck in terms of your number being drawn out for pole position. You've got quite a good success rate in that, haven't you? But it's all about translating it through, getting at least a podium, and fingers crossed a win.
That's it. I mean, it's going to be tough. We're on the hard tyre now, and it's going to be about how we switch that on. Ingram did a great job of bringing it home in race 2, so I'll try and emulate that. But what will be, we'll see. We've got a couple of quick cars behind us on a different tyre, so yeah, they're going to be hard to deal with. I'll give them my best.
Rowbottom, I guess, being one of those. He's on the medium right behind you.
Yeah, he's there, but you know, it's race 3. I'll give it my. I'll do everything.
I've no doubt you'll be giving it your all. Right, let's go over and have a word with Stephen's teammate, Adam Morgan, who also on the hard tyre. So I guess in some ways, though, you know, it's good to know, Adam, that your main opposition over there is your teammate, and you've got evenly matched equipment.
Yeah, I think there's 4 of us in the first 5. We're all on the same tyre. So it's going to be tricky, is this one. You know, we're on the worst tyre, but we're hoping at the best time. You know, we're hoping there's loads of rubber being put down. So we're hoping we've got the best grip for these tyres. But there's a couple of guys behind us on softs. I think Dan is on mediums. He's going to be quick. We'll just take it as it is. You know, in a dream world, I'll overtake Stephen by turn 1 and I'll just disappear. But we'll give it a go.
As you say, 4 of you in the top 5. Can you play a team game at all?
It's so tricky to organise those things. You never know what's going to happen. You can sit and plan a race start for weeks, but it could all change before you get across the line. So we just got to play it by ear. We're all we want to do is score points, no heroics, and we'll go from there.
Okay, Sarah, I hope it goes well for you. Right, let's go and have a word with a guy who could definitely be a danger man because he has got those yellow wall medium tyres on his car. Helps if I remember to go round to the right side of the car. Dan Rowbottom, we're just looking at your yellow medium tyres. They are your ace up your sleeve, aren't they?
I think so for this race. You know, we took the pain earlier in the day and we had the hard tyre. So, yeah, we've got Tom Ingram on the medium, 2 rows back, so we need to make sure that we get away.
There's another guy a couple of rows further back, your teammate, who would really like a little slice of history, 3 wins in a row. In many ways, you are the guy who's best placed to stop him doing that, aren't you?
I think so. I mean, you know, I ran the hard tyre. I know the delta time is quite a way off the medium and certainly the soft. I think Rory's got a soft. He's back at row 7 or in P7. So, you know, Ash is good, but, you know, I think to win on a hard tyre around here would be a tall order. But I'm sure if anyone can do it, he can, you know. So, yeah, we need to try and maximise this opportunity for us. So.
Have a good one. Right, I think I've finally just got a little bit of time left to grab a quick word, get a bit of a jog on. Hope nothing falls out my pocket en route. To have a word with Tom Ingram, who, as we were saying earlier on, really has not been feeling at all well today. But he also has that medium tyre on. Tom, it's really a case of digging deep for you, isn't it? Because you're not feeling very well.
Yeah, we're obviously in quite a good place that we're on the medium tyre with a few cars around us on the hard tyre. We're always on the soft, but I think we're in fairly good shape. But yeah, I just want to get through it and get to the end of the day, I think, is how I'm currently feeling. But yeah, I think so far the hard work has been done to sort of keep us here. Now it's just a case of trying to finish the job off with another good result at the end. You
came into this weekend, Peter, in the championship. You're still there, and a really good chance of a good point haul. So that's the best you can ask for here, isn't it?
You're absolutely right. Yeah, we just need points out of it. As I say, I think I'm feeling quite good for this one, actually. Looking the guys around us on the hard tyre, we should be able to at least try and go forward. So it's yeah, it's going to be a good one to finish on. And like I said, we just need points out of this one.
Nothing like a good sniff of a podium to make somebody feel much better, right? We are off for a break now. When we come back, our final touring car race. You don't want to miss it. See you in a few minutes.
Well, they can go over to an ad break, and we can say hello to our punditry team for this one as well. Adam Lemridge is not with us for this third race, but our usual commentator Josh Tears and Omi with his second race weekend as well. Nick Homewood is going to be here shortly. Just to rectify once again, Nick is the dog. Charlotte Claire is Omi on the other side as well, below the pictures on the driver tracker. So then, Josh, 2 races, quite dull. What are we going to see in race 3?
Hopefully some action. If we don't see some action, I will be quite sad, a little bit disappointed, and hopefully this does not continue throughout the season as well, because to be honest, it feels like today we've been watching the Formula 1 Monaco Grand Prix over and over again, not the British touring cars or even a track parade.
Or what we
it feels like we've been watching.
Or what we would have seen also coming into Emilia-Romagna, a little bit of a parade, unless there's some rain around as well. Just got some news to bring you as well, is that Jade Edwards has been withdrawn from the starting grid for this race. We were trying to find out why she isn't starting by looking at Team Hard's Twitter account as well. Nothing I can see has come in just yet. Here we go. Unfortunately, damage to the front subframe in race 2 for Jade Edwards means that she won't be competing in the final race of the day. That's what Team Hard has just put out on their Twitter account as well, I've noticed, coming forward. So she will not be racing as well. It does make it that we are now down to a 26-car field. Omi, interesting race 1 and 2 as a touring car fan, coming from the highs of Brands Hatch now to the sort of lows of Snetterton. What's your overall take on the championship?
A great championship, but it does seem like that there is something off this weekend. So hopefully we're going to have a good race 3, but I have a feeling it's just going to be as boring as race 1 and 2. But I guess we can hope, I guess we can pray. Let's hope that race 3 is up to standards of the British Touring Car Championship, because race 1 and race 2 have kind of been like we have been watching the Formula 1 season. But anyway, let's have a good one, hopefully, and let's hope that there is a lot of action to come our way in the final race of the weekend.
Fingers crossed is the case. It's a BMW front row of the grid with Jelly on pole. Alongside him will be Adam Morgan as well on the front row. Behind is Rowbottom and Turkington on the second row, so 3 BMWs inside. But look at Ash Sutton in the Napa Ford starting row 3, P6. He's going to be one to look forward to as the green lights go on and the parade lap gets underway here for another 12 laps of the 2.9689 mile Snetterton circuit. Here's your starting grid. Stephen Jelly and Adam Morgan on row 1 on the hard tyres, both of them. Second row, Rowbottom and Turkington as well. They're both on medium, but Rowbottom medium, Turkington switched to the hards. Third row of the grid, hard tyres both for Hill and Ash Sutton. Row 4 sees Ingram and Butcher, but Ingram on mediums, Butcher on softs. Row 5 sees Osborne on hard and Lloyd on mediums. Row 6, Camish and Taylor Smith. Camish on soft, Taylor Smith on hards. Row 7 sees Ricky Collard, who's starting on the hards, the same as Ronan Pearson. Row 8 of the grid sees Chilton starting on mediums. Gamble is starting on softs. And on row 9 of the grid, Moffat, oh my god, the car stopped to the inside of the track there. Moffat's on soft, Watson's on hard tyres too. Row 10, Mikey Doble's on hards, Bobby Thompson's on softs. And row 11 sees Jack Butel on mediums and Dexter Patterson on softs. I think it's Gamble that stopped. Row 12 is Will Powell on mediums, Nick Hamilton on softs. Row 13, the final row, Holstead and Cook, both on soft tyres. But that, Josh, looks to me like it is Gamble in the 42 that has come to a stop on the track. He was supposed to start 16th, but the Toyota driver has stopped at the exit of, the entrance to Riches.
Yeah, not even made it into turn 1 has yours Gamble as well. I am just going to move my Toyota Gazoo Racing Club over there so it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, I guess we know who did it though. Everybody Wants to Rule the World is playing again in the background, so don't know why. Just double checking something to me. Go to Team Radio.
Now you're on the soft tyres, you should be able to make progress, yes?
Yeah, like you say, mixed today. This is not where we want to be, but we know what the issue is. Soft tyre should sort that, but it's something that's going to be sorted back in base where we can really get the best out of this car for the next round.
Now you've got people around you on a real mix of tyres, so the first lap or so, I guess, is trying to keep out of trouble as much as trying to force a way through. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, you're right, it's 50-50. I want to capitalise on these guys on hards in front, but then also if this soft tyre, the nicer you are with it at the start of a race, the more it will look after you at the end. So, yeah, let's try and work with it and see what we can do.
I want to say hello to Nick. Hello, Nick. Didn't see you were here. How are you? Doing well? You feeling better?
Just inhaled half a roast chicken, pretty much, so I'm ready to go.
Fantastic. I've got a shepherd's pie, so at least if you're ready, we're all ready. Go over back to the team and we'll catch up with Nick in a second.
And asking who's on what.
Bobby, good luck. We'll leave you to it.
Cheers, mate.
So, Bobby Thompson.
Okay, well, Bobby Thompson's finished then. So, Nick, are you expecting some good performances coming up shortly in this race?
Looking at the tyre choices, it looks like everyone at the front pretty much is on the hards, so it should be pretty even, but I'm expecting Robot was on the medium, so we already said I'm thinking he's probably going to win. The BMWs are probably not going to fight each other too hard if they're on the same team. We might have an aborted start as well, depending on what it takes to get that out of the way.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I noticed they've also got the brooms out, so it might have dumped fluid.
Yeah,
Or be about to dump fluid.
I think they've aborted the start. I think you're right, because I think he's had some sort of oil line failure out of the track. We're keeping an eye on everything that we are seeing up here in the commentary box as well, across of social medias as well. Use the hashtag BTCC. They have aborted the start because the car's still down there at turn 1, so we're not going to have 12 laps total. We're going to have to see what we're going to do here. Start procedure suspended. So they've lined up. They can hold them on the grid for up to 2 minutes. So this could still be there. They could still have a few tenths of a second to get a run. Personally, I'm not hopeful here. This looks to me like we're going to see a... Yeah, there we go. Start delayed board has been displayed by the senior marshal on the stand as Gamble's car gets out of the way, and there is some oil right on the entry, and we can't, as you know as well, Nick, we can't let drivers just fly in there with oil. It would be chaos.
Yeah, that's why they're dragging the car off without taking it on the track as well. Very good.
So,
marshalling.
Start procedure, and away we go for an extra formation lap as well. So this will be an 11-lap race. They won't hold on the grid for very long before getting released for another pass through. As you see the green flag being waved, this is not the start of the race.
They've not finished clearing the oil.
Yeah, so I think they'll take a wide line, won't they, through
that was
this part.
Quick.
This is going to help the drivers that aren't on the hard tyres.
Switch them on, yeah.
Yeah.
Gamble's car is just being dragged
No
out
doubt
towards
they're going to
Wilson.
put it in the infield there.
Yeah,
they're going to pull a U-turn after they've all gone.
Inside of Wilson's as well. Well, Jelly, as we know, everyone who starts on the hard tyres, Nick, as well, you said you've got to really switch the tyres on. So we heard Colin Turkin say he'd like to do a double lap. It's happened. Is this actually going to help the hard tyre runners more as well to switch their tyres on?
It would help them get off the grid better, because those tyres are going to have a lot more temperature in them, for sure. But it's also Robot's on the medium, not the softs, so it's probably going to benefit him as well. The soft tyre runners, do they extend the race by a lap if there's an extra formation, or do they reduce it by a lap?
Oh, that's a good point. With the we've had a laptop failure up in the box. Well, we apologise for that. We seem to have lost everyone on the laptop up here in the comms box. So we'll hope to get them back shortly, as Gamble's car is still being recovered at the circuit. We've also lost our driver tracker, which is always fun, but never mind, because we do have a backup screen in this eventuality that we have the main screen here. It'll be an 11-lap race then if they restart. The laptop's just died, which is always a good thing to happen. Your laptops just switch on and off, and now we've lost TV pictures. So thumbs up as well up here in the commentary box right now for things that could work but never do. Add to it map books as well. Go to ITV.
Form the grid up.
Gamble's car's still there.
Is it?
What's taking so long?
This is a bit strange now. now the driver's got out, we might end up with another delayed lap and another
Oh yes, please. We need to get this thing sorted.
But yeah, you can see how hard the BMWs will work in their tyres, trying to get as much heat in those hard tyres.
Yeah, trying to get as much temperature in these hard tyres as possible.
Really work aggressively, weaving, braking and accelerating. In fact, braking and accelerating gets more even leaving black lines on the road, really working it hard to switch those tyres on. But this has definitely helped them having an extra formation now. And the same again there, you see him accelerating and braking hard. Hill the same.
Right, there is George Gamble's car with people power off the track, but we also need those course vehicles out of harm's way as well. It's got to be quick, it's going to be tight, this. I mean, if that vehicle can get behind that barrier, if it's okay to be there, we're fine. Otherwise, as Tim was suggesting, we might need to delay again. But it does also take quite a while for 20, what have we got now, 25 touring cars to grid up, so we should be okay.
It does when it's...
Yeah, we are going to have to sort of go without them for a while, I'm afraid, our usual commentators and a timing screen, because the laptop has just gone kaput up here in the commentary box. We haven't got a faintest idea why it has gone kaput, but we can't seem to get it operational. Now we've lost our TV pictures, so the start of race 3 is looking very unlikely as things stand. Whether or not we have a delayed start or not coming up is going to be the question, but fingers crossed we're going to go green eventually and get this race underway for round 9 of the QuitFit British Touring Car Championship as well. This is all lined up on the grid then as well. Are we going to get a green flag? And we'll go from there because we haven't got all our data. It's round 9 of the QuitFit British Touring Car Championship. We've lost TV pictures. The lights are coming on. We need to see the go now. Good start from Jelly, and Turkington has got a good start as they head down towards turn number 1 as well. Are we going to see the run? Because we've lost TV pictures. Jelly leads the way into second position because Morgan Rowbottom holding off from Turkington as well. And they all get through turn 1 safely. The BMWs have got such a powerful lead as well. We keep losing pictures up here in the commentary box as well. We're trying to show you what's going on, but it's not showing us what is going on. Side-by-side action as well. Right, Jelly leads. Morgan second. We're losing TV pictures up here in the commentary box as well, so we're trying to see if anything, because it just keeps going on and off, so I really apologise as well. Jelly leads, Morgan second, Rowbottom is third, Ingram is going round the outside and Turkington has dropped down the order massively. Hill on the inside of Ingram making the move, Butcher coming through, and here comes Sutton. Sutton is still in the mix too. So, lap 1 of the 11, that has come through as well to take the restart procedure. It is all going swimmingly as things currently stand on lap 1 of 11 here for the QuitFit British Touring Car Championship of 2023. Ingram on the inside of Hill as well. Some dust being kicked up in the background as well. We'll keep an eye on whether that needs to be dealt with as well. Go over to the timing screen then. Clean start as well, and a crucially a good start from the running order as they come into the braking zone as well, and that is going to be Butcher trying to go on the inside of Dan Camish, and it's not worked out. There's all bumping and balling. A fantastic restart, absolutely fantastic run as well here. So many of them keeping in contention, and that's Lloyd! Lloyd's gone for a spin down at Karam, and he's got it going, not on the oil. Thankfully, keeps it just all together, but keeping it on the accelerator. So, Jelly leads the way up into second position. Several other cars coming involved as well as the action continues. This is a replay on board with Turkington then as he tries to come through on the inside line as well. So,
wow,
everything still looks good though, Josh. It is insane. What an opening lap, Josh.
Yeah, hello everybody. Hopefully we are back as well. But here's what happened with Lloyd. It was contact with the 40 of Aaron Taylor-Smith. We were watching along as well, which put Lloyd going wide and on to the grass as well. As I'll turn my camera back. There we go. But that's coming side by side with Hill.
Hill coming through into battle, Josh, as well. You take it.
Yeah, that's Butcher down the inside of Morgan as well. Cook's up to 18th. Powell dropping down to 22nd as well. That's Bobby Thompson as well. Down in 21st. Yep, Rowbottom up to 2nd as well. What do you think of that, Nick?
He's going for the lead now up the inside.
Yep. Rowbottom down the inside of Jelly, down at the Bentley straight. Morgan's going side by side as well, down the Spack straight as well. This is amazing racing as well. And here comes Butzer going down the inside of Jelly as well.
Hasn't happened down there in the braking zone though, so they've got to find something else to go along with it as well. Got to find more attacking speed as they come into the braking zone into Corral. Lap 2 of 11, Rowbottom leads. Rowbottom has taken the lead as he's side by side as Jelly drops down to 3rd. Rowbottom leads, Ingram 2nd, Jelly 3rd, Butcher 4th, Morgan 5th, Sutton in 6th position, and now Butcher coming through as well. And it's Sutton who's still in 6th place as well. Can't seem to get the run up as the laptop literally chooses the worst point in the weekend to just die.
Butcher's on the soft tyres, which will be why he's coming up.
Oh, that's Jelly side by side with Butcher. 3 wide into turn 1. Morgan on the inside as well. That's the teammates of Morgan and Jelly.
You're
They're having a
super
battle
loud.
out as well. Sutton also having a little look. A lot of dust being kicked up at turn 1 as well, but still side by side. Morgan and Sutton. Jelly even having a little bit of a go on the exit of the Wilson hairpin up at turn 2. This is going to continue down into turn 3. Even Dan Camis is having a little bit of a go as well. This is incredible, Josh.
You are super
If
loud with
you're-
your gain settings as well. You did turn that down a bit compared to everybody else. Right. Thanks as well to my stupid laptop. Let's get this going again because Rowbottom leads this race. Napa trying to sweep the weekend, but Ingram, who is fighting in illness as well, closing in, wanting this back, wanting this race lead back, and he's hunting him down, boys, as well. You're perfectly in sync with me.
Awesome. Yeah, hopefully that's better as well. Ingram hunting down Rowbottom. Ingram's got the fastest lap currently. Ingram up 5, Butcher up 5 as well. Camis also up 5, but Jelly down 6.
And now Ingram
6
trying to
from
go.
where he started.
Ingram trying to go around the outside as well into the braking zone. Rowbottom is defending like
Window.
crazy. He can't seem to find a right through. Side by side stuff, and it's looking absolutely brilliant if Rowbottom can just hold
Taylor
on.
Smith has just tumbled off down the bottom of the order.
Oh. So what's happened?
One of the front window panels on Rowbottom's loose. There's a clear gap.
Oh, and Chilton is being hit by Taylor Smith, and it's Pearson, and it's 3 wide. That's what's happened to Taylor Smith then, Nick. He's got tumbled off.
Oh dear. That was very clumsy by all of them.
Oh, and he hit the barrier too.
Oh, barrier.
Oh. Is that going to require a safety car then? Butel's off. Race control, black and white flag for cars 6 and 88. So, interesting race control messages there. That
Yeah,
is...
you can see Rowbottom's, I believe it's driver side
Yeah.
window panels loose as well.
Go on, Nick.
So, what's down in the background? It's Camish, Sutton, and Morgan. Sutton's ahead of Morgan now, up into 4th.
Literally the absolute second when it came. Oh, and look at that! Ingram trying to go right round the outside as well, coming into Augustini on Rowbottom. Well, look at this reverse grid and everyone on similar tyres. It's getting back to what the touring car is supposed to be. And Ingram's fighting that mud, but Sutton's up to 4th position. This is good stuff for him, and this is Josh Cook on Pearson down into Oggies. Is he going to swing it around the outside line? Is he going to do a cutback? What's the little trick we're seeing here? So far, oh, it's door banging. Is that
this is the
yeah?
Taylor Smith.
And so that's yeah, going off the track. Well, Josh, interesting. Yeah, you're right. Look at Rowbottom. The front end door panels come off. That's a black flaggable offence, isn't it? Because it's not actually set to a safety standard. That's loose. Josh?
Yep.
You're frozen on the cameras, that's why.
Hello?
Yeah, you're all here. Hello, you froze. Back to the action. Oh, and he's gone. Okay, and he's back. Back to the action.
Is that better?
Yeah, it was fine before you left as well. God, let's just get this weekend over with. I'm sick of it all. Rowbottom leads for how much longer? No, not a replay when there was a move going on. What are you doing? Oh, to show us a bollard. Well done. Look, you've got a lead going on. Focus on that. And Ingram on the inside, and he takes the lead. Not that we saw the run-up for it. My God.
Rowbottom's window panel is getting worse.
Ingram takes the lead, finally, after a poor day. But we barely saw it because we were looking at a bollard!
Is it time for my Mick Schumacher 2022 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix practice incident? Oh, bollards!
Has Cloudbase, who produced this coverage, have they just taken a leap of their senses today? Oh, there goes there's Turkington, remember, who was on started badly because of the reverse grid draw, down to 9th. Oh, okay, we had an overtake brewing there, but we're going to see Jake Hill clash into the side of somebody, and it's Jelly. Is that really worth a replay? A little body tap that happens all the time. Action! 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 For God's sake. It's really getting on my nerves today. There's Ingram then.
Window for Robot. One thing that's not going to be helping is the straight line speed. That's going to cause quite a lot of drag.
And that's why he's losing the positions then to the front. He's on the medium tyre, same as what Ingram was. It shouldn't have been that different. And look, Butcher's passed him already. Into Nelson.
Cavish ahead of Sutton as well.
Oh yeah, that's a change around. How's that happen then? When did that happen?
He might have let him through because Camish is on the softs.
Cook's up 15.
Oh, well, trust Josh Cook to get a good position. 15
Lock up for
places.
Butzer.
Josh Cook started this race 26th, and he's on the soft compound tyre, and he's up 15 places already. Well, this is just getting ridiculous stuff. Right.
Butzer to second.
I'd love to see a replay of the start if possible, because I didn't see it. It was literally, the pictures were blinking in and out. So I was just literally throwing Hail Marys at the screen and hoping that it would be good. Black and white flag for number 27 of track limits as well. So as we see Chilton going on Collard, and that's the 16. Dive bombing on the inside there. That's Moffat trying to get past, I believe, Turkington and Hill in their little battle, and it was. Turkington's on the inside line. It's 9th position. Moffat trying to come around the outside. The other team hard car of Josh Cook is kicking up some dust as well, coming through Palmer, and can't seem to slip through. He's going to look left, look right. Turkington's becoming a hard car maniac because he's got round the outside Josh Cook. He's going to attack on Moffat as well, and he might defer here because he is his teammate and does so. Well, a nice little start.
I would like to see how Butzer got into second into turn 1 that last time.
Moffat dives bomb on the inside Turkington, and Turkington goes a little bit too wide as well. Yeah, Butcher's past Rowbottom on the back straightaway, but that's just happened in second position, as you said. Came out in a bit of a nowhere move there. But, oh, wow, okay, well, this just... I think it's a good race 3, but it's been a poor weekend, I think, as well, for the touring cars.
It's going to be a short race 3. We're already over halfway through.
That is true, yeah. Jelly versus Morgan, attacking. Jelly's on the inside line and gets through. Morgan's been demoted then down into 7th position. Jelly goes up to 6th, and now the other BMW of Jake Hill's there. The same car, remember, but different teams. Not the West Surrey Racing Team BMW. That is the same for Jelly, Morgan and Turkington. It is...
So from third down, we've got 3 Napa cars, then 4 BMWs, and then the 2 Civics.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, especially. All the BMWs are together.
What a surprise out there on the circuit as they come through. Jelly, now as you said, completing it. Whoa, what was that? Coming from Moffat. Like he was trying to look for an inside move on Cook into Richie's at turn 1, but dive bombed it. He's practicing for the Wilson hairpin, I think, because he's trying to look on the inside. Oh, and Turkington locks up, trying to pass Hill, who was going for a move on Morgan as well. Didn't pay off there. What have you made to this start, Omi?
Absolute chaos. It's kind of much more better, and kind of what it's kind of up to now British touring car standards. So more action, more racing, exactly what this series should be. Yeah, I've absolutely enjoyed this race, and it's absolutely flying by now. We've got some action, but it was much more better than race 1 and 2, and it is absolutely delivering. And we have quite a lot of different battles going on the circuit, so absolutely amazing to watch all of this right now.
Damage past row bottom.
Oh, yep, so that's up then to 3rd position. So the Napa Fords helping each other out. Camish on the attack then to try and get his championship charge back on after the double win at Donington. I'm correct there, aren't I? One double Donington.
Yeah.
Yep, here he is. Oh, that's a let-through, isn't it? Super let-through.
Or row bottom made a mistake.
Well, either's believable. There's your leader, Ingram, leading by 1.5 seconds to Butcher. Ingram's on mediums, Butcher's on softs. So once again, we're seeing the differences between the two tyres, as expected. No, he's going to be. He's going to be there, isn't he? Quite quickly. Here's Colin Turkington, 4-time champion of this touring car series. Oh, and he's trying to have a look on Hill as well. You can see all the BMWs together. Problem is, when you know it's a car that even you have, it becomes the question of, well, where do I go and how do I race it? Because you just don't know what to do.
Yeah, you don't as well. That's Turkington side by side with Josh Cook. Josh Cook gets through on Turkington as well. That was around the outside into turn 1 as well. So the possession gets broken up a little bit as well. That's Morgan side by side with Hill, or Hill side by side with On. That's a massive slide from Hill on the exit of turn 2.
Sliding massively, as you can see. There's everyone on the what tyres as well. We've opened on the battle computer to show you that, with everyone, look, on hard tyres is the P5 to P9. So everyone we're watching currently on the screen has the hard car tyres on, by Cook, Moffat as well, and Chilton. There's soft, medium. Back on main TV. Lap 8 of 11. Ingram leads in what I believe, if I check my timing details correctly, will be, I think, Ingram, his first win of the year. He's had 2 seconds, 2 thirds, but hasn't had a win yet so far this season. Sutton leads the title on 122 points, remember, so there's a lot of time still left for him, as Hill coming under pressure now from the ever-fast Josh Cook on the soft compound tyres, into Brundle on the inside line and sweeps through before even the corner comes up. Next up, it's Adam Morgan for a victim. Black and white flag for number 11. Track limits. So that is going to be Watson.
Yeah, so Watson getting the black and white flag next time he comes past. Josh Cook looking very, very fast. He's currently 8th. He's looking for 7th as we go into the final corner, and he locks up in to there as well. And of course the other one, but here comes Camis inside of Butcher.
He's got him into turn 1, and Butcher's got a problem with the front of his bumper as well. It keeps flapping under the acceleration as well. Could be a contact from race 1, remember, because that's had to be repaired after he got nudged in the back as well.
3 laps, I think Camis can catch Ingram. He's on the softs, Ingram's on the mediums. It's only a second and a half.
Yeah, Camis is going to do it. A Napa 5 race in a row. That Ford could do it. Let's take a look at how it happened. Camis just looked like he had slipstream engaged. Beautiful move in towards turn number 1 there. Well, this is more like a touring car race, isn't it, Nick?
Oh, it is. I love it. I've been let down all day.
Race 3 always delivers. Reverse grids. That's the ticket. We've also got there the remainder of the... well, we'll have around about half an hour to go of IndyCar after this before we go off here for half hour and come back on for the 1 hour run. We'll be live all night though, 7 p.m. British Summer Time until 11 p.m. British Summer Time, as we crown the Indy 500 pole winner before the race in a week's time. In fact, it's less than a week away. In 7 days' time, we will black and orange flag for car 28. So they've had enough. As Morgan side by side with Cook, trying to go on the outside into Nelson. That was never an on move there for Cook. So car 28 has been given the black and orange flag. That is Nick Hamilton. So there's something wrong with his car. That needs to get rectified ASAP. 2 to go. And you're right, Nick. Look how much is catching him. Ingram's got enough laps left, though, of his hybrid power.
So is Camish.
Yes.
Butcher has used it all up.
Yeah, Butcher's to defend, so Butcher's out of it. Sutton hasn't used it yet. So Sutton can't win this one, unfortunately. That's a shame. But
Cook's out.
Cook is out too of hybrid power as they fly back down the straight in towards Richie's. And we've got yet another, what is it? ITV replay today. Who the hell's in charge? We've never seen this amount of replays. Oh, it's replays of the exciting stuff they've missed because they've let the trainees run it today. I see.
The work experience.
Yeah.
Session.
This is where Richie really has been going as well for his work experience. As they come through. Hill under attack from Chilton as well. Jelly down in 6th position. I must admit, the 3 things I'm going to complain about the touring cars coming away from this weekend, the tyres, the battery, and ITV's coverage being shocking. It's been a missed weekend completely.
Other language will be used about the TV coverage.
Yeah, and probably after 9 p.m. as Chilton gets a knock from the 7th. Ah!
No, you can't see that, sorry.
I'm actually destroying a bottle in the commentary box. I'm that angry with it. What the hell is going on?
Well, you've got to see Ingram driving around on his own. That's very important.
Yeah. Oh, look, here's the replay things we missed. For God! And look, it's a big one because it's Hill locking up and hitting Morgan. And through went Turkington and Cranmon. That happened earlier on in the race. Ah!
They missed the most exciting thing in the race.
How are they missed?
They've missed absolutely everything. Race 3 is the only decent race of the day, and we haven't seen any of the actual good stuff. Final lap. Let's.
Indy 500 broadcast, just as they're about to cross the line, they're 3 wide, and it just cuts to look at a bird.
Look at this though. Camish is right in the back of Ingram. Now, if they move off this shot once on this lap, then this kitchen roll that I am holding is going up the director's behind. Camish on the back of Ingram. He's got and Camish is out of push to pass. Ingram isn't. So if this is to be done, he's got to do it on skill alone. Well, Ingram's locked up. He's done it. Ingram's locked out. Look how much Camish has got back. That's the mistake. Right as I say it.
But Ingram can use their hybrid to defend down the straight.
Yeah.
Into the braking zone, into Oggies. Ingram keeping the tight line. He hasn't used any activation power at the exit. Camish is right there. How faster is that Napa Ford anyway? How faster is it with these soft tyres? We're about to find out. Ingram's using it.
Hybrid.
Let's have a look then. He's not going to have it down the straight, is he? But is he using all the seconds? That's the question. He was on it for quite a bit. He only gets a few seconds per lap. Locks up again. Rio smoking, and he's locked up the front as well. Gets it stopped. There's blue smoke coming from Ingram's car. He's locked up that tyre a lot. Oh, Camish taking too much.
That's how he saved his tyres for the end, by only using half of them.
Into the final 2 corners. Through Karam. Murray's his last. Is it a Hail Mary from Camish? Not going to pay off. Run to the line is possible. Look how close Camish is. He's got a great exit. It's pushed to the line. Ingram's out of power. He uses a little bit more. Across the line, Tom Ingram wins for the first time this year and ends the Napa domination. The champion from last year finally gets a P1 after 2 2s and 2 3s. Camish is second with the fastest lap. Butcher third, Rowbottom Sutton, and is it going to be Jelly or Cook across the line? It's Cook, followed by Jelly and Turkington, who were side by side. Moffat, Morgan, and race 3 ends as across the line Collard gets the last point. Doble gets ahead of Butel, Lloyd to 18th. Wow.
Rowbottom had more hybrid to use.
Yeah, so why didn't they?
Yeah. I've just got news, Josh, that the ITV producer is out of hybrid, and you have got all of your hybrid left.
Where's my umbrella?
So you can catch up to him down the straight.
There's the win and what it means on the boards as well in the pit. Why do we need to see a replay of that?
That's just the TV directors. Congratulations down to the John Bond.
Well, the fans are happy finally after race 3.
They saw some of the race.
Yeah, they saw some of the race. We didn't. Here's the results of what I only hope it was a good race. I can't wait to talk to the fans and find out if it was a good race or not. Tom Ingram wins, apparently, with Dan Camish in second, Rory Butcher is third, Dan Rowbottom fourth, Ash Sutton fifth, Stephen look at Josh Cook, apparently. Josh Cook started quite near the back. I don't know how that happened from race 2. Oh well, I hope he made a good setup there as well. But I must admit, a great setup. Yeah, Josh Cook, by the way, finishes 6th, started at the back, made up 20 places. Don't know if we saw that on camera. After that as well, we see Jelly, Turkington, Moffat and Morgan round out the top 10. Then we hear from Hill, Chilton, Thompson, Patterson, Collard, Doble, Butel, Lloyd, Watson, Powell, Osborne, Holstead, Hamilton out as well as Pearson, Tellismith and Gamble. Sutton leads the title now by 6 points to Ingram as well, 133 to 127. Dan Camish is on 116 and Turkington is 25 points back as well, rounding out the top 5.
How has Ingram got to 6 points back from Sutton? We never saw anything.
No. I think, honestly, ITV, look, and constant ad breaks as well. ITV had let themselves down here as well, massively. Just a quick go around the room. That was shocking coverage, wasn't it, from race 3? I'll start with you, Nick.
It's a shame because the race was really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't think the championship in general is in a great place at the minute. If you look at the attendance figures and the,
yeah,
you know, it's 26 car grid. The last few seasons ago we had about 35. You're missing teams like Team Dynamics, and now ITV just seemingly don't care about the coverage. You know, it's meant to be the UK's premier racing championship. People need to start acting like it, and you know,
get their act together.
Yeah, pretty much. It's, you know, I've been watching it for as long as I can remember, and it's not great, especially, and that coverage is awful.
Yeah, that was the worst weekend of the touring cars I think I've ever seen. In terms, nothing worked. Go on, Josh.
I don't know what you're on about. That was the best coverage I've seen. That's the best racing I've seen. Just the best racing I have ever seen in my British touring car career. Because, and plot twist, it is my first weekend.
Yeah, as I say, you got a job with ITV or something you're not telling us about.
But to be honest, if this was someone's first weekend watching the British Touring Car Championship, exiting that, yeah, no.
Yeah, you would. Omi, you've had Brands and now Alton. Sorry, Brands and now Snetterton, but it's like Jekyll and Hyde. What's your opinion on this one?
Well, okay, I think Telly Monte Carlo found a new sport to cover at least. So,
yeah,
this is I don't think I.
Oh, hang
I
on,
can't
2
believe
seconds.
I'm about to say this.
We're going to go down to the pit. We're going to go hopefully down to the pit lane to hear for the top 3.
He's going to be pushed on
Let's
to the
go to this morning or
4
something.
weight pads. I've even given him a special dispensation not to appear on Alta Glimton Top Tuesday on Tuesday night if he's still feeling poorly, but his dad said he'll be there. Don't you worry, he'll be there. He's just going through the technical check now. Osborne, Napper.
Oh, I heard Osborne Napper in trouble.
And he'll be rolled off any moment now. Come up towards the board in Park Fairway. Here he comes. So the reigning champion brings the car for the first time in his defending year with the number 1 on the car to a stop. He is exhausted. Brings the car to a stop. He's going to turn off the engine in due course. There we go. Off comes the steering wheel, and he'll be talking to Louise Goodman on ITV, and his girlfriend.
Oh, hang on. What are the
Yes.
Nappers? Struggling to pass right high.
But It's relief.
Is that Camish?
It is relief that he punches the air with very little energy.
Oh, I'm gonna stop because Camish is failing the right eye. Camish has failed the right eye. That's a disqualification.
He really isn't feeling on top of the world today, is he? And he goes over to Laura, his girlfriend, closes his eyes, has a hug, and...
Let's have a quick word then with our race winner because he's down with Louise.
Getting congratulations from everybody. I almost dived in and helped him out of the car because you could just tell how much that took out of the guy. I mean, what a race that was. So exciting. I was going to say, are you feeling any better after that? But I think probably, judging by the way you're staggering around, that took everything out of you. But hey, what a result.
Everything and a bit more, unfortunately. Yeah, that was hard work. The whole day's been fairly hard work, but that was definitely hard work. That was, yeah, I'm glad to have got that one done. I'm glad to have got today done, but definitely very, very pleased to finish it off with a win. It's really, really good.
And first win of the season on home ground for Accelerate as well.
Right. Yeah, really good. I've said this place has always been really good to us over the years. We got our first win back in the, back in the Hyundai in 2021, the first win for Accelerate. And it's a circuit that I've always just really enjoyed and always gone really well at. So yeah, really, really pleased. It's yeah, a good way to top it off, that's for sure.
I'll let you go and have a lie down, leave you in the capable hands of Laura. This is going to be one of those tricky interviews because that was an amazing fight back for Dan. Let's talk to you about that first of all, because that was an amazing drive for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, I went out there to show, prove a point and get my moment for the day, and yeah, I think we drove brilliantly. The car was fantastic. Another lap I might have had Tom. I kind of used my shot getting to him, and he was so far down the road. The soft tyre is fantastic, isn't it, on these cars? I think everyone knows that. And yeah, it's not been my weekend through my own doing. I'm a big enough man to own that and move forward. This is one weekend out of many, but the car's got speed. I feel happy and I'm enjoying my racing, and I enjoyed every moment of that. Showing what the car can do on a soft tyre, and obviously getting close to Tom at the end. I didn't quite unnerve him quite enough. He had a bit of a lock-up, but he drove brilliantly, as Tom Ingram does. So yeah, I'm pleased.
I've got to ask you though, it looked like there are a few issues getting the roller under your front of your car as you came in there.
I don't know what you mean, Louise. It's like driving a monster truck out there. Yeah, at end of the day, what will be on that. It's we all filed by the same rules, whether it's track limits, whether it's car discretions. I'm just the man in the seat, and I can go away with my head held high that I did my bit. So at the end of the day, it's a team sport. I gave one yesterday, and no one looked at me for blame. And this is at the end of the day, we race as a team, win as a team, lose as a team. So yeah, proud of the guys today.
Fantastic drive. It really was a fantastic drive. And talking of fantastic drives, that was a pretty good one for you as well, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, we'd kind of planned that all day. It was, right, race 3 is what we're going for. So, felt the pain in race 1 with the hards. Then it was a bit better with the mediums. But those softs kind of just switched on, and we knew with the amount of people that were on hards around us that we could make hay while the sun shined. I think, yeah, we're missing a little bit at the moment. We're still not... these cars here, guys, are we've got a bit to find, but that podium is really nice for everyone because we've just worked so hard these last 3 rounds.
Well done, very well deserved podium. Right, well, plenty to dissect off the back of that one. We're going to go for...
Well, we're not. We're going to wrap up the coverage here and get over back to Indianapolis as well. And the guys all here need some little bit going on. Right, let's get closing thoughts. Josh, your closing thoughts from Snetterton as well.
Race 1, race 2, never happened.
Yeah.
Race 3, kind of happened, but it didn't happen at the same time because of the TV coverage. But someone on Twitter, just quickly, Josh.
Yeah, go on.
Tweeted Paul O'Neill, when was the last time all 3 touring car races at a meeting had no safety cars?
Oh, God, yeah, you're right. There was no safety car, was there? Was it last year?
Especially with all of the fluids.
That is true. I think it was last year, wasn't it? I think we had one meeting without a safety car and it all ran smoothly. I think it was actually Snetterton as well, believe it or not. I think Snetterton last year ran without a safety car because it's such a long circuit. Anyway, Nick, what did you make of it?
I mean, it wasn't great, was it?
No, not really.
Race 3 was good. I fully expect Camish to be disqualified because that was quite
There was quite a
blatant failure on the radar test. I don't know why they still allow him to take the podium. Is it not clear cut? Like,
It's
the
clear
roller
cut,
did
should
not get
be.
under the car at all.
Yeah, so it should be ride height failure. So
Yeah, so that should be row bottom in third, right?
yeah, they put row bottom third, Snetterton fourth, which is a further extending the championship lead as well.
Yep. But yeah, it's not good enough for the championship. It's not. Race 3 was good, but something has to change.
Yeah.
I know they've done it before. They've changed rules when one car was dominating. They changed the boost levels, didn't they, to bring back the BMW a few years ago. I can expect that happening to Napa at some point. But yeah, that was
poor weekend.
one of the most underwhelming touring car races weekends I've ever seen. And the less said about the TV direction, the better.
I agree with you. I completely agree. Omi, how was your second one?
Not as good as the first one. I think we all know that for sure. We didn't have any issues in the first one, but here we've had a mix of boring racing and Telly Monte Carlo finding a new motorsport to cover. So okay, so we're gonna have to deal with their pain here now. But at least we won't have to deal with it next week for Formula One. So that's gonna be great. I enjoyed race 3. I just wish we could see what was going on rather than unnecessary replays and some other stuff. But it's been a bit of a meh weekend of it. Last time was much better, and I hope next time it is even better, which I'm unsure where it actually is. I'll let you guys answer that question for me.
Yeah, just quickly.
Yeah.
Could we agree that that TV direction was maybe worse than Telly Monte Carlo at times?
Yes. I'd agree it's worse because we were actually seeing for several corners battles and then we just cut away from it as soon as the overtake was going to happen.
Well, yeah, in Monte Carlo, there's generally not much action to miss.
Yeah. But
mind you, they missed the one bit of action, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Race with Lance Stroll.
Fingers crossed Monaco this year looks a lot different, and we'll find out in 5 days' time.
And watch the Indy 500 instead.
Yeah, to just sort of boost our spirits up as well. And feel sorry for the poor buggers who've got to do both of them. Okay.
It's Thruxton next, by the way.
Yes, 2 weeks' time in Thruxton, the 3rd of June. 3rd and 4th of June. We will be back at Thruxton as well, and I think it's a busy one. So I believe qualifying will be under the care of yourself, Josh, with guest, and I will be back for the race coverage as well. At least race 1 and race 2. Race 3, I believe, might be with somebody else because of the Spanish Grand Prix. So race 2 at least might be with another commentator. But I'd like to thank Nick, especially he's not very well. I'd like to thank Omin, and I'd like to thank you, Josh, as well for joining me this weekend, and to Adam as well for the first 2 races. Right, should we just pretend Snetterton never happened and see you all in 2 weeks' time for round 4 of the season as well? Yep, all good? Good. We'll see you soon.
Yep.
Fab. Bye-bye.